This week in comedy history, we're looking at November 24th through November 30th. On November 24th, 1942, comedian Billy Connolly was born as William Connolly. You might not know that he's actually a commander of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire. He's a folk musician, an actor, a playwright, and a comedian. Little fun fact, his shirts were designed by Stephen King. Not the author Stephen King, but the, English designer Stephen King. November 25th, 1998, Flip Wilson died. He was born Claro Wilson Jr. on December 8th, 1933. You might not know that Time magazine called him TV's first black superstar. He was an actor and comedian. Little fun fact, WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, was first actually said by one of Flip Wilson's characters. November 26th, 1938, Rich Little was born, Richard Carruthers Little. You might not know that Mel Blanc, the guy that made Porky Pig and Bugs Bunny, he called Rich Little the man of 1,000 voices. Rich Little is an impressionist, voice actor, comedian. Little fun fact, in 1991, Gene Kelly lost his voice during a TV special called Christmas at the Movies, and Rich did an uncredited dub-over of Gene Kelly's voice. November 27th, 1978, Josh Blue was born. You might not know that he was voted Last Comic Standing in 2006, but then he was voted the 11th in Stand Up Comedy Showdown. He's a comedian, and little fun fact, he appeared multiple times on Mind of Mencia, because he's not really afraid that Carlos is going to steal any of his jokes. November 28th, 1962, Jon Stewart is born. He was actually born Jonathan Stewart Leibowitz. You might not know that Conan O'Brien, Jon Stewart, and Steve Colbert had a huge fight one time. He's a political satirist, a writer, a director, television host, actor, media critic, and a stand-up comedian. Little fun fact, he voted for George Bush for president in 1988. November 29th, 1955, Howie Mandel was born, Howard Michael Mandel. You might not know that he suffers from misophobia. He's afraid of contamination and germs. He's a comedian, an actor, a television host, and a voice actor. And a little fun fact, he was the voice of Gizmo in the movie Gremlins. November 30th, 1979, Zeppo Marx died. He was born Herbert Manfred Marx on February 25th, 1901. You might not know that Zeppo Marx was actually a multi-millionaire because he was like an engineer. He's known as being a film star, musician, engineer, theatrical agent, a businessman, and a comedian. Little fun fact, there were actually 5 Marx brothers: Chico, Harpo, Groucho, Gummo, and Zeppo.